Friday Newsline. Today, as a program, I try to come back with another podcast. I have the RTE website open here. Just to start on the thing here. Man arrested over murder of woman in Dundalk. What that story is, what it says there is a woman has been arrested in connection with the death of a woman in Dundalk. He was detained on suspicion of murder and is being held at a Garda station in Louth on the Section 4 of the Criminal Justice Act. And then Lebanese court charges 5 with killing John Rooney. That's another case that happened there. It says a military court in Lebanon has charged 5 men who were members of the Hillsborough Milta with the killing of Irish peacekeeping private John Ryan last year. So that's that. And then Hugh Callahan, one of the bombing 6 dies, aged 93. So that the Ireland to consider joining on undersea cable mission, according to what it's saying there. Biden, according to this, Biden on the RTE News, Biden tripped. That was the latest there that was going on. The White House has said U.S. President Joe Biden recovered quickly after. It just says he tripped and fell after landing at the last at a graduation ceremony. He mingled with officials afterwards. The one that'll be having a field day about that is Donald Trump. He'll be having a real field day on that. State to sell 3% of its stake in Birmingham Bank. Taxi driver seen in video threatening a man with gun. That was all on the north. And who was Mike Pence, 2000 president hopeful? Mike Pence set to launch the campaign for the White House, setting up a battle with his former Donald Trump. His older brother Greg is a Republican in the House of Reps. In his youth, Mr. Pence was a Democrat with the rest of the family. However, in his college, he converted to evangelical Christian. So he's going against Mr. Trump there. I knew that would happen. Evelyn Cusick career in pictures, it just says there. And now I was just going to go through the usual thing there. I was going to go through the Bray People News. There, it's fairly regular. It's just there's a story there on the front page. Former music star makes plea as she needs care abroad for illness that has taken everything. A Polish mother of 2 has been living in Bray since 2005 when she began slowly forging a dream. Martha Luke was in the rising music star El Grey when she struck by a mysterious illness, 10 years, diagnosed as Lyme disease, so my life fell apart. So that story there is on page 2 as well. The story there. Lyme stole Martha's music life and husband. Reporter Tom Galvin meets the Polish music and mum from Bray who is raising funds for care abroad. So that's that. Home to Legion of Mary and roller discos to be knocked. Permission has been sought to demolish the well-known Fatima House on Quinsborough Road for the construction of a 6-story used building. So that's then. And then Labour given suspended jail sentence over work accident. Incident left a colleague with life-changing injuries. New care model launched in Bray. That's there about improved quality of life for older people in Bray in the group of the Great Care Co-op, which is a radically new approach in home care in Ireland. So, trial test for man accused of gym murder. According to that, a man accused of murdering a gym goer and attempted murder of coach at Bray will go on trial at the Central Criminal Court in October, ending his fresh bid to be released on bail after being custody for almost 5 years. Garda to have zero tolerance for illegal parking at beaches. Wicklow Garda expected to offer a zero policy to illegal parking around popular Wicklow beaches at British Bay and Magamore over the June bank holiday. And then new chair steps up as older people's AGM returns. Wicklow County Council, Hilary Taylor, Betty Kelly and Alice Corbin. More than 100 people from across the country attended to hear from outgoing chair. So that's golf boss departs after claims of harassment. More than 100k was paid to Old Connacht Club to settle 2 cases. So that's more on that. Global Media Award for People's Newspaper. The Wicklow and Bray People Newsroom and the regional colleagues have been recognised for their success in local news, projecting a president sermon in the United States. And 2.85 acre Wicklow property fetches 165,70,000 auction, according to what's saying there. 32 raised for psychiatrists bus. This is to give them a more quality education experience and access to the wider world and to the community. Campaign to buy bus to cater for needs of special school students is halfway to target. Enniskerry folk pedal for Pieta. And that's then St. David's rewards students for a year of sports, arts and academic excellency. And there's pictures there of it. River Trust gets funds to help fish and eel move. East Coast River Trust has been awarded 114,000 a part of the Inland Fisheries, Salmon and Sea Trout Rehabilitation, Conservation and Protection Fund. And Taste of Wicklow announces new venue as bookings open. Wicklow Town over 2 days in June and early bird tickets are available. The event is a new location of Wicklow Together School. So that should be good. And then more St. Lawrence's Greystones confirmations there. So, and then your guide to the arts, music and gore. Reginald G. Hunter to play at the Whale Theatre. Comedian G, who plays the Whale Theatre Greystones in October. Newtown Mechanic Mill Choir looking for some new faces. And then Full House for All Chamber Music Festival concerts. That was a concert that was there in the West Chamber Festival. Founder and artistic. There's a good few pictures there of it. And then the farming 6 million men enjoy 7-year forest class reunion in Avondale. Landholdings in Ashford and Glenaly arrive on the market. And substantial uptake of new SCEP sucker scheme in Wicklow. Agricultural sales fetch over 91 million in Mid-East. And then hitting all the right notes with shared songs. This article is about Arklow native Rosemary Kinsella has fostered a lifelong love of singing and playing the piano to include others both through the teaching and choirs. She tells reporter David Malcroft that everybody has the ability to sing and enjoy it, with singing being magical for the soul. And Rosalind Kinsella with the Let's Sing choir. There's an article then about that. And then more about get out there, support the Wicklow hurlers, Wicklow and Donegal in the Nicky Rackard Cup final. County Chairman calls for huge support for hurlers. Wicklow GA Dame Bjorn has appealed for Wicklow GA supporters to get out and support the team. Speaking at the County Board meeting on Monday evening, Byrne appealed to delegates to go back to the club and appeal to the members and players, whether they be football supporters or hurling supporters, to get to Croke Park. Reference last weekend's epic battle between Carlow and Offaly and Amazing Colour. It's a big day on Saturday with the Nicky Rackard Cup final. A lot of preparation has gone into these guys. We're asking clubs to get on bus or get to Croke Park or somehow. Well, I'll be going myself to it, and I hope the Wicklow hurlers win. It'd be a great day. There's a lovely picture there on the paper. Randall sisters at the very top of the game. That's All Ireland pool. And Harris O'Neill and Ryan in top form in the athletics. The Wicklow ladies, Cavan too strong for Wicklow in Premier Junior. It was Cavan 7-20, Wicklow 1-9, and that was a terrible score. So that was a good beating there. And then there's more then about the Wicklow Challenge. Corn Michael Feara Celtic Challenge final. Wicklow 2-16, Monaghan 8 points. Garden County side beat Monaghan in the hurling. The lads put in a good performance reaction. A win on Sunday might have been relatively competent once Wicklow Blue navigated their way around the Bury Morning sweep in the first half. So that was a good win there. And then more about the Nicky Rackard Cup final. Nicky Rackard Cup final. Victory will come down to hunger. We have just going to have to work harder, says Casey O'Brien. Caller Casey. I think we'll see John Henderson lifting the cup up the steps, he said. Oh, captain, my captain, John Henderson. John Henderson and the massive challenge that awaits them in Kroger. Any year you get relegated from a competition, you are always trying to bounce back as quickly as you can. Chances of first Kroger win since 1971. A late point from Donald's John Doyle helped secure the last trophy claim for Wicklow hurling team in Croke Park was back in 1971. On the November day in that third game of the epic trilogy against Hertfordshire, the man from the Garden County would prevail and write their names in the county proud history. So Wicklow's Mr. Hurling Jackie Napier referenced that win at Monday night's county board meeting. We haven't taken a trophy out of Croke Park in hurling since November the 28th, 1971, which is a terrible length of time. And Wicklow's path to the final. I'm just giving you a bit of a preview here. Round 1, it was Wicklow 4-23, Loud 13 points. Round 2, Fermanagh 112, Wicklow 114. Round 3, Armagh 3-8, Wicklow 3-28. Round 4, Wicklow 5-23, Roscommon 2-12. And round 5, Donegal 118, Roscommon 2-17. So that was that round there. And then the last day's match, Donegal. It was Donegal 118, Wicklow 217. So that was the score there the last day. So the major factors: turnover, puckouts, tackling, and delivery are all vital. Ideally, if things are organised and guys are hurling well, it should be a team effort in defence. Anything really would be worrying about matchups. They're important, but they're overrated, he said. National leader Casey O'Brien can deliver this time. A dejected Liam Kennedy after the Christy Rincon final to London. I think I may have been at that, the last match they were. So I just get out there and support the Wicklow hurlers in the Nicky Rackard Cup final. That's all I can say. And then Wicklow Seamus Heaney Cup semi-final. This was a minor level match. It's the back door really. Wexford 114, Wicklow 112. So Wicklow minus lost that. So, and then Spain 3, Ireland none. That was the underage match. So, and then Bray Wanderers 2, Cove Ramblers 2. That was the match. The sending off from me is harsh. Short dismissal charged the game. Ashman too hot for Wicklow Rovers. And that was the main news. Late Late Show days of easy wins are over, but the Late Late Show just wow. So he's commenting on the Late Late Show there. And then Wicklow Bakery and Local Store get National Retail Awards. That was Mark Morgan, account manager, Shell Life magazine, presents the in-store baking manager of the year, Shane Dodds, Petite Super Value Bray. And then Edward Entertains. This week he had a banana and walnut bake tray, which looked nice. And that was that. And then the car this week is an eye-catching new Hyundai. What he says, a smart choice for European drivers. The new i20 will attract customers looking for an elegant and sporty design. Blind spot collision, accordance assistant, use visual alerts to appear on the thing. For the additional peace of mind, occasion safety systems are also available. The refreshed design of the Hyundai i20, which looks a nice car there. And then that's about all, just appointments there then. And then the usual thing I go to there about the dogs, the cats this week. Spray Away Week aims to save dogs and cats' lives. Reducing puppy and kitten production is important, says Pete Wedderburn. And information needed about the angel's shark. The angel shark has a flat head, small eyes, and a huge mouth that saves its well for hunting prey. And this week in 1998, we had a hit, Sail Away Bewitched, and The Boy Is Mine, Brandy and Monica. And then the films, there's a film there on Monday, Bank Holiday, Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, that's on ITV2. And then Paddington is on BBC One at 3 o'clock. Pawn Sacrifice, that's on at 2:14. That's on BBC Two. So a few things there, and then there's a picture then at the back of the Bray people more about the Wicklow. Michael O'Brien, Willie Cash, Donegal celebrate after Wicklow Blue defeated Monaghan in Con Michael Ferrer Celtic Challenge. So that's then all about the Bray people. And then I was just going to go to the Irish Independent. I have that there. It just says more. The FA Cup deal clears 6.5 Delaney sponsorship deal. Sports Direct was owned money from Delaney era. 3.5 was paid off by the FA last month. And that's then that. It says more inside. New sponsorship deal helps FAI declare the 6.5 debt owned to Sports Direct from the Delaney era. Food and motor fuel hikes will keep costs high despite the rate of inflation easing. So a huge amounts there going onto the petrol. The pumps have gone up huge. And then that's then the relationship with rogue state. Iran has put Keenan in the top tiers of world's most wanted lists. Christian Keenan is believed to be in Iran, according to the paper here. And then tax old workers, much so younger people don't pay for pension time when what says Watchdog. I'm safe in Russia. Woman who accused Joe Biden of sexual assault asks Putin for citizenship. But this woman is Taras Reid in Russia. It's not clear whether her allegations have been formally investigated. So that's there on that. 3 suspected members of a gangline held after M50 chase. And then Ireland milieux puffing as sea warms and food gets more scarce. So I'm just going straight on quick through the paper. Choosing Moldova to host security summit sends clear message to Putin. Standout of Gardens of Bloom 2022 is out of the world. That, as I was saying, that's on at the moment. So that's about golf. Census showed we need to teach Irish to everyone, but make the exams optional. Language Act says the end of 2000, at least a fifth of staff recruitment to public bodies should be provisioned in the first official language. So that's that. And then we won by one vote. The LGBTQ panel who led the fight to discriminate homosexually in Ireland 30 years ago. So that's that. Crosswords then in. I'm just going to the sports then quick. There's a bit about Tona. Devlin Tona. Still a long way to go for World Cup hopefuls. He picked his team there yesterday, I see Andy Farrell. McCarthy, Irish under-20, is keen to back up Schlam with success in South Africa. And then provincial warfare minus the shadow boxing. There's a bit about the matches that are played here. Cork versus Kerry. He gives it to Kerry, I think. Cahill point way as Dublin defy Lilies to secure Leinster minor football final. That was Dublin 19 points, Kildare 2-8, so they won well. Condell hates Clare for decision to tackle Treaty and hoped up. We can take an eye off the ball because if we do, we will sleep against his Lions. This is Lions former Clay player and manager. Clare miners suffered a 40-point hammering against Cork less than 2 years ago, but the colossal 620 is only a distant memory, according to Clare boss. So that's that. And then the most important thing is City Don't Do It. Insults United's 1977 treble busters. Allardyce and Keane set for showdown Leeds talks. Sam Allardyce will meet with Leeds United. He will carry on as head coach. And Johnson can stake a claim for key role in Greek mission. That's then about the matches that Ireland have to play. He picked a panel, I say. Mount set for Old Trafford move. Chelsea agrees personal terms with United. And that's then I just thought I'd go through the Irish Independent there, which I did. So I'm well into the podcast here now. And I was just going to now finish this program off. So, as I was saying there's still a lot of talk going about the thing in America, which I opened up a bit. I opened up GPN News, this mind-blowing news channel, which I don't look at. I find it's really insulting. Philip Schofield breaks his silence on grooming allegation and admits this looks shocking. That's on their site, and they have it live there at the moment. And then Farage slams left-wing extreme attempted to ruin his to ruin his day. Time for a drink. What the left-wing extremists just stop I'll attempt to run his day. Nigel Farage sits out at Just Stop Oil after the group attempted to ruin his day of Lords. The GP new presenter attended England's test match against Ireland and an event targeted by eco-activists. Farage slammed those involved, dumbed them left-wing, so he's left-wing extremist himself, the way he went on with Brexit at the highest order. He has nothing to... and then on Sky News, I will die, sorry. Philip Schofield apologises over the affair, but says he did not groom younger colleague. That's the latest on that, which it doesn't give you... It just says there's a little bit of a thing on it here. So this is it. It's not going to play there, but I just thought I'd play that. It's that's on Sky News, but it says Philip Schofield said he feels utterly broken and ashamed. He resigned from ITV last week and was dropped by his talent agency after Prince Harry and Meghan could return to UK for political reasons. So that's what it says in that. So
I know. I absolutely know. There is no question. I did a bad thing. Unprofessional. First time. I know I did that. Yeah. And there's no excuse. I don't have an excuse. I won't put forward an excuse to every single person. I am deeply sorry.
So that was Philip Schofield saying, that was on Sky News there. The other station, funny enough, didn't pick it up. He added the brief communion backwards. What was unwise was the fact that it happened, and that was a very, very grave error. It was conscious, but it was my fault, says Philip Schofield on that. So that's then on that. Then the Irish Examiner, I opened the page there. I just thought there's more about 5 men facing execution for killing of Private John Ryan. Philip Schofield is broken and ashamed after revealing an affair, which he said there on Sky News there. Michael Moynihan, if you want a commute filled with danger and pinch points, So that's about everything then on this podcast today. I went through the Bay People News, the Irish Independent News, and as I was saying there, I'm on Patreon as well. You can sign up, you can become a member and listen to special content. So I hope you enjoyed my podcast today, and I'll be back with another one. Few trailers, as I'm saying, get out there and support the Wicklow hurlers. That's all I can say. The Nicky Rackard Cup final down in Croke Park. Everyone should go to it from Bray. There's a good few people, Bray players there playing. There's 8 in total. So I hope you enjoyed my podcast today, and